Grand Jamaica Homecoming is a new movement of Jamaicans in the diaspora, working with partners here at home to reconnect with fellow Jamaicans worldwide, to revive the euphoria of what it truly means to be Jamaican. And we look forward to the next 50 years of our democracy. I must say a very special warm welcome to our Jamaicans who are visiting, who are living in Canada and visiting with us. Our co-patron of the Grand Jamaica Homecoming, the Honorable G. Raymond Chan, President Donnet Chin-loy, Vice President Tony Spooner, Lily, and this name is so sexy, Lily Lubianski. Did I get it right? Just like a movie star. Our hard-working Grand Jamaica director. And when I say hard-working, guys, I mean very hard-working, Elizabeth Buchanan Hind. And I haven't seen Jermaine. Is he with us? And Jermaine Nairn, one of our committee members. And this is someone who I call a bi-coastal member of the committee, because I'm not sure whether she's in Jamaica or she's living in Canada. And that's Gloria Moody. Welcome. You know, I won't begin by recognizing all the distinguished persons here, because there's so many of you. You're all distinguished. So I really want to welcome you all, friends, colleagues, the media. And I'm so pleased to see so many people from a wide range of businesses in Jamaica. I must share with you, ladies and gentlemen, that a former member of the Grand Jamaica Homecoming Committee, who worked so hard to ensure that this project became a reality, suddenly passed away last week. And I want to ask us to pause for a minute to observe a moment of silence in honor of Carl Chang. Could I actually just bow your heads and observe a moment of silence? A few weeks ago, when I was first contacted by Donnet about this Grand Jamaica Homecoming, I was quite excited about the concept. A number of you will know that I lived for a number of years in Canada, and I prefer to say Toronto, although 2 of those years were in London, Ontario, that cold belt, right, Michelle? But there, while I was there, there was always this burning desire to come home, to come back home, to give back to Jamaica, to the building of Jamaica. So, you know, when Donnet called, I was extremely pleased to be a part of this homecoming. But Donnet has taught me something. You don't have to be in Jamaica to be part of Jamaica. So I'm not saying it's a hint, I'm not leaving, but you can be anywhere to contribute to the growth and development of Jamaica. Homecoming is important to Jamaica for several reasons, but most importantly, because it seeks to shine a spotlight on the island at a time when Jamaica is poised for moving forward for a better future. The 50th anniversary of independence is a key marker and a defining moment for Jamaica. Not only does it signal chronologically our age as an independent, democratic nation, but it represents an opportunity for rebirth, renewal, revival, to capitalize on our untapped resources and opportunities. And here I pause to welcome Minister Chris Tufton, who I'm sure will recognize all the investment opportunities from this event, from this excellent launch. Minister. Along with many other organizations in the Canadian diaspora and all the agencies, a number of people, a number of agencies are working very hard for the development of our island. So, ladies and gentlemen, as you will hear throughout the morning, Homecoming is working in collaboration with partners here in Jamaica and abroad to help Jamaica as it starts its journey for the next 50 years, or what my President Joe likes to say, next 5 decades. The private sector of Jamaica continues to play a pivotal role in driving the connection between Jamaica and Jamaicans here and Jamaicans overseas. The business connections, of course, will be crucial, especially going forward as we try to increase our competitiveness and increase our foreign investment and, of course, our sustainable growth. So after long conversations with Donnet and the team and Sandra Glasgow at the private sector organization, PSO came on board as a strong supporter of Grand Jamaica Homecoming and its vision. And at this point, I'd like to invite my president and the first speaker, Mr. Joe Matalan, president of the PSOJ, to bring his remarks. Joe?
Thank you very much, Minna, and good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Wherever Minna is, there's a lot of energy. Have you noticed that? And I'm very pleased to see that she is investing some of that energy in what I believe is a very, very worthwhile initiative. I want to first of all compliment the organizers, all of you as a team, for having come up with this concept and carried it through to implementation that is represented this morning in this launch event. I think that Homecoming Jamaica, and contrary to what Minna has just told you, and Minna, you'll forgive me, but the conversations with Sandra weren't really terribly long. And in fact, once we got the presentation material giving us the background to Jamaica Homecoming and Jamaica Homecoming 2012, it took our officer corps to whom the document had been circulated at a meeting of the officers exactly 5 minutes to decide that this was something that we needed to throw our support behind. So I'm very, very happy that we have come to this day, to the actual launch of Jamaica Homecoming 2012. I think it represents a wonderful opportunity for us as a community, not just here in Jamaica, but the community of Jamaicans all over the world, to work together for our own self-actualization and for the improvement of our country. A country that, as we all know, figures much more largely on the world stage than would be indicated by its size or population. I'm very, very happy for the opportunity that I know that businesses will have in Jamaica and in Canada to take advantage of being introduced to businesses in the diaspora and businesses here in Jamaica. And we're going to be working through a working group, joint working group of the Homecoming organizers and the PSOJ to look at the concrete initiatives that we can take to support the program over the coming months. I'm particularly pleased that the Homecoming organizers, apart from the promotion of the various business and cultural exchange opportunities that exist, I'm particularly pleased that in their legacy fund, which they, I'm sure we'll be talking about later on in the program, have elected to place special emphasis on education and early childhood education in particular. And the truth is, ladies and gentlemen, that in terms of public policy, in the very long term, there is no more important public policy area for us to address than the provision of a sound and practical education to Jamaicans. The educational outcomes that we have achieved are clearly, not satisfactory. There are too many people who are leaving, in particular, our secondary educational system without the ability to adequately read and write. and without an adequate level of numeracy. And at the end of the day, our human capital and our human resources are the most important driver long-term, I believe, for our economic growth. So I salute you for having decided to place that emphasis on early childhood education. I wish the initiative all the very best. And for our part at the PSOJ, we will do everything that we possibly can to support it and to ensure its success. Thank you very, very much.